get to check out the very nice, sunny, and warm forecast with Ben.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about streaks over the next couple of days. One of the longer streaks of 70 degrees or warmer in the month of May, one of the driest first halves of May, and potentially a couple of record temperatures going down the next few days. You're enjoying it, right?
I am not complaining whatsoever, although it hasn't gotten to the 80s just yet.
Yet, yeah. We've yet to hit 80 degrees so far this year, at least out at SeaTac. I know some places in Western Washington have over the last couple of days. We have a good chance of that happening. Not today, but certainly tomorrow, and that streak should last through the upcoming weekend. We still had a couple of marine layer clouds that were drifting through over the southwest interior. This is a time-lapse view from Grand Mound Elementary School in Rochester. Starting to see those clouds fade away, and we should be looking at a sun-filled second half of the afternoon. Still some low-hanging clouds out along the coast. That will turn sunny as we head deeper into the afternoon, as the wind is still lightly onshore, but that's expected to switch more offshore over the next couple of days, and that will be what's responsible for our sizable warming trend. Here's our radar satellite composite. There's some of those low-level clouds that are fading away, some high clouds drifting over the central sound, and you can see some fair weather cumulus clouds developing across the eastern slopes of the Cascades. You can see the closest rain showers are quite a ways away, a couple of states away. In fact, Montana is where we're seeing the bulk of the showers. Big ridge of high pressure that really has been in the same place over the last 4 or 5 days. It's going to stay there over the next week or so, not really moving much, and that basically means that we're going to see day-to-day conditions similar to what we've seen. 70s and a bit of a warming trend the next couple of days, and also we will stay rain-free through the weekend. Speaking of rain-free, we are on pace to set one of the driest first 15 days in May. We haven't recorded anything so far. We did record a trace of rain in May back in 1946, but that's been about it. And we're forecasting the rain to return sometime between the 15th and 16th, so it will be kind of close, but it certainly is going to be a dry first half of the month. Temperature-wise, we'll see that warming trend as well. A lot of 60s out there on the map right now, and high temperatures today should reach back into the 70s, and even closing in on 80 over a couple of South Sound communities. Shelton about 79 degrees, Olympia 77 degrees for a high, and those temperatures are expected to climb over the next couple of days. Here's the next 5 days. Could be 3 days in a row hitting 80 degrees or warmer, and you can see the number on the bottom right here. Those are records for SeaTac. 84 degrees for a record high tomorrow. We'll be close to that, likely breaking a record on Friday and Saturday. And it's important to note the average high temperature for this time of year, 63 degrees. So we could be 20 or more degrees warmer than that. Now, we are expecting a bit of a cool down once the wind turns back onshore. That natural air conditioning will return early next week, but certainly still remaining rain-free through this weekend. And by the way, this Sunday is Mother's Day, mostly sunny, and temperatures at least closing in on 80 degrees. Will be cooler Monday into Tuesday, and right now it looks like rain showers return either Wednesday or Thursday of next week, and that's when temperatures will dip back closer to normal for this time of year, back in the 60s. So enjoy the streak. This is certainly a nice teaser of what summer's going to be like.
All right. Thank you, Ben.